What's going on? This your boy DJ Anonymous, Sports and Biz Music, the podcast, episode 2. I know it's been about almost 2 months from the last one, the first episode, but hey, I got my boys Hayes, DJ Xscar, and my, y'all already know my beautiful fiance Sadery. From our podcast, Cuddle Talk. But yeah, this episode we actually been trying to do for
a little hot minute, kid.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, niggas been wrapped up, kid. That's it's 50-50 my fault,
yeah,
too,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Nah, I mean, yeah, like, we had things to do, we had the holidays and stuff like that, so, yeah, man, I'm in the building with Hayes. How long it's been, like, 3 years?
It's been, like, since we known each other? Since we've been recording? Yeah, like, about, kid. That's funny as hell, right?
About 3 years, man, kid. So, I mean, I know I can say about 70% about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but tell the people like who you are. Like, what's the history?
Basically, man, my artist name is Marcolen Hayes, Hayes. I had to switch it up over some legal problems and shit. I wanted to get everything straight, get everything legit for the TDT Entertainment, man, with my nigga Xscar. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We just been working, yo. We about to drop this new album, Running Rebel. Been working on for about 2 years, almost 3. But, we dropped that Slave to Our Dreams EP. We just dropped 2 songs today, Party and Bullshit, produced by Enterprise. We just dropped another song, Profits, produced by I Live Hip Hop. That's that flex, man. Shout out to that, man. But, we just been rocking, man, and, just been trying to drop shit here and there, get a face out there in Dick County shit, you feel me?
Yeah, man. I'm still waiting for our project.
Yo, real spit.
I've been waiting for that since 2015.
Yo, real shit. I've been, like, all over the place when it comes to the music shit, dog. Like, I literally been dropping this, I've been fucking recording this album for, like, 3 years almost, dog. Like, real hard work. I'm just finishing up now. Shit, we in the Rec Center recording Studio B. Shout out to that nigga DB, you know what I mean? He gave us a space for a little bit. Yeah.
Shout out to Rec, what is it, Rec Room?
Rec Room, Rec Center recording rooms, yeah.
Hopefully Rec Center could give me some type of, well, I could say us, because even Coda Talk, we could use this space, one day.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing, man. I just talk to him or whatever, and we get the shit rocking.
Yeah, man. So, like, the first question I always wanted to ask you, I think I asked you this before, like, a while ago. What made you want to get into music?
Basically, I always been around the music, you know what I mean? I'm originally from the Heights, Manhattan, Uptown and shit. I rep Dade County all day, though. I've been out here for like 15 years, you know what I mean? She from the Heights, too?
Yeah, she from up there.
Yeah.
Shout out to New York, man. Shout out to y'all, but
yeah, kid, you know what I mean? That's basically where it started at with me and my cousins, everybody was, doing their shit, the D-boys out there, and it was basically just to pass the time, kid, and just to keep things rocking and, just try to stay out of trouble and shit like that. So, when we started the TGT movement, it was originally a gang out there, with my cousin and shit, my block out there. And I, when I came into Miami, I said, fuck it, we got to get something that's original, something that's ours. So, that's when it rocked, 2013.
So this whole time, TGT was a gang. I did not know that.
Yeah, G shit. It was, we had our own colors and shit. I had our own handshakes because, I rocked the 5 regardless. I'm a Latin king from New York. You know what I mean? So we was running it under that. And after a while, I just started, I'm like, yo, this shit, I ain't really into the gang shit no more. So when I came down, I said, let's make it into some music shit. You know what I mean? And it took off from there, kid.
Man, that's what's up, man. I did not know that.
Yeah,
TGT.
Bro. TGT, 2 Guns Tuck, yo. It's just crazy. People ask me all the time. They be rocking the hats and they be rocking the shirts. And niggas be like, yo, but what TGT stand for? And now they see the logo, they see the 2 Guns Tuck, and they're okay. Shit, we actually got a performance going on later on for my nigga Chachi's birthday, man. This shit gonna be lit. It's at Billy's Pub. It's like home base for North Miami. I've basically been in North Miami for like close to 10 years now.
10 years.
Type shit.
So how long you been up in New York?
In New York, I haven't lived in New York since like early 2000 type shit. Yeah, like I've been back and forth always because my old girl, she love Miami. She hate the cold weather. You know what I mean? So
that's why I be telling my fiance. I tell her that, the Cubans, they come straight here. Some of the Dominicans, they'll go. They'll stay, but most of them will go to New York and they'll realize, you know what, this shit too damn cold. So let me come down.
And they come right back. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And my old girl, she hate the cold weather, but she loved New York. Like my whole family's from over there. I'm Cuban Dominican. You know what I mean? My people came from, like, the airplane from Havana, and they came over to New York, and my grandmother's been living in the same building for, like, 50-something years. Like, she's like the apartment number one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So your mom is Cuban?
Yeah, my mom is Cuban. Is my dad. Yeah, that fuck nigga. Yeah, my dad is Dominican and shit. You know what I mean? I don't really know my old boy like that. I see him here and there, but I'm cool with my brothers on that side. You know, shout out to Bubba, man. Bubba know what this is.
So, as an artist from Miami, like, do you, like, you was born in New York and you lived there for some time, but you live mostly, you know, in Miami, like, pretty much most of your life.
Yeah, basically.
What's the difference between Miami and New York music scene as far as the unity? Because, you know, I don't know if you heard of Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden and them. Well, he not on the show.
Oh yeah. I used to hear about it. They used to clown him about that shit. Yeah, and I think he was just speaking facts.
He was. But he was. It was a time in music where, you know, New York artists didn't want each other to, like, blow up and stuff.
You know what it was? It's just because, like, I think that, like, since the 90s, like, New York has so much clout when it came to music. You know, that is the birthplace of hip hop. You know what I mean? In the Bronx and shit. Yeah. So I think that after the 90s fell out, you know what I mean, and early 2000s came up, a lot of people was looking for music in other places like Atlanta and Houston and Cali and shit like that. So I just think they fell off because everybody's that cutthroat type of shit now. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to get to that top level where New York used to be. Yeah. But, you know what I mean? It's not like that anymore. It's the same thing like how Miami is now. Now Miami's getting clout, you know, Iceberg, Kiddo Mob, you know what I mean? There's a couple of niggas that I actually listen to, like, on a daily basis. But it's just different how it was in the 90s. They had so much power over the hip-hop industry and shit. So now that, you know, the South kind of got it, and they've had it for about 10, 12 years now. Yeah. I feel like they're not as unified anymore. Yeah, it's just because of that, dog. It's just because they're fighting for records and they're fighting for music to throw in the strip club and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because that's basically what it is right now. Strippers is the A&Rs, kid.
Yeah. Because the reason why I asked you that is because, you know, even, you know, DJ Xscar, you know, me and him both DJs, and you know, we get more of the behind the scenes, you know, from different artists, especially from down here in Miami. And it's not really, you know, unity down here. You know, it's the South and things like that. But I feel like it's politics. You know? It's a lot of politics.
It's a lot of politics right now in Miami because I feel like since Khaled done been down here, because Khaled was usually, he was originally from New York with Terror Squad and shit. When he was skinny and all that, you know what I mean? And he came down and he kind of made his own sound, his own movement. And I feel like right now, if you ain't fucking with Ross or Khaled, nigga, you're not getting on in Miami. But in the sense how Berg did it, you know, he did it with Trick and then he kind of fell back and did Live House. Yeah. I think that's the perfect place, the perfect time, and it was the perfect place to do it because there wasn't so many independent labels. Now there's a couple right now, like, but to me, I know that people got mad respect for Live House. You feel me? But it's different, yo. It's just different. The same thing how it is in Houston when they had it in the 90s and shit with Jay Prince and all that. And the same thing like Cali and, you know, Death Row. Yeah. You feel me? But I think Miami's on the rise now because a lot of artists are coming down to Miami and trying to get that swag up. They go to Atlanta, they're like, okay, Atlanta's dope. You know what I mean? Atlanta been running shit here and there, but Miami right now is on the rise like crazy.
But you think it's like, because honestly, I can say about 2-3 years ago, I blame the radio. Now the radio is playing a little bit more Miami music in Miami. You know, when you go to Atlanta, when you go to New Orleans, Memphis, when you go to these other cities, you know, they play their artists' music. Now you're starting to slowly see that from Miami because a few years ago they complained about it.
You know what it is? It's just like when Drake came down and he did the what's that song that he did with Khaled? Damn, I forgot what the song was.
The sounded like it was down.
It was jug music.
It was a lot.
And like people are sleep as fuck. Like I've studied jug music so much since the late 90s and shit. You know what I mean? And it's becoming like a fashion trend now. Now everybody kind of want to soak up game on the jug music because jug music is not from anywhere. And you can tell like just how the high tempo is and everything. That's like straight Zoe. That's like straight Hispanic Latin shit. That's from like the islands. That's Caribbean shit.
Like when that came out, I know what song you're talking about. When that song came out, everybody was saying the same thing. Like, it should have been a Miami artist because it's Miami
that vibe. But you know what it is? It's just, again, like, anonymous. Then, it's politics.
That's what I was going to say. But then again, it still gave that exposure.
Yeah.
That we all know Juke music. I went to FAM, so I heard it all the time when I was in college. And, like, if you go to school in Florida, like, you hear it, like, from middle school all the way till you go to college. And, like, no one outside of Florida has heard Juke music. And I think that it was a good and bad thing. Like you were saying, it was a good thing because it put us on the map. But then it was a bad thing because it was like, bro, you could have put somebody who was from Miami.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying. But at the end of the day, I really think it was politics. It was about the money because I think they would have put somebody from Miami. It would have gave us more of that clout. But at the end of the day, they put Drake on and they have that million and something streams for a reason. They, they about the money. They trying to make hits. They call a nigga, what they call him, Billy Billboard Billy, whatever this shit called, for a reason. You feel me? Because he's trying to go straight at niggas next. No matter what sound he's doing, it's gonna go gold. It's gonna go platinum. Look how the Wild Things was. Yeah. And I think it was Party Next Door that wrote that shit. You know what I mean? For Rihanna and for Tilla. But that's a Miami sound. Yeah. DJ Khaled is a Miami. He's basically a Miami nigga now.
And that's the thing. Like, like A$AP, the Mob, like they, prime example. They from up north. But when I listen to Ferg, when I listen to all them boys, like they play that Houston sound, they play that Miami sound, and they bring that homage.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that, especially to our sound. Like
of course.
They'll pay homage to. They like a New York, a Houston, Cali sound and stuff like that, but not really to Miami. I don't know why. I just feel like.
But do you think that the reason they don't pay homage is because of the fact that it's still up and coming, whereas the sound from New York and Cali and Houston has been around a little bit longer? Because before you knew of Outkast and all of the Southern rappers, you knew UGK. You knew, right. You're right. All the rappers that came from Houston. And they all came in around the same time. Like, you had New York. New York was, like, set. Then you had Cali. Cali was set. Houston was, like, next. Houston didn't have, like, that big decade that LA and New York had.
Well, they kind of did in a sense. It was like it was like around the J Prince era. It was around, I think, like, I could be wrong, maybe 96, 97. That was when UGK was bumping. They had like a lot of niggas out there like doing it. You feel me? But in the sense, I feel like people think of Miami music, they think of Luke.
Yeah, but Luke had that sound though, like in the late 80s, early 90s, like. But Miami at that time. At that time was known for like booty music. Yeah. But people don't realize that all that Miami-based sound, if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be no crunk music. Like, music came from that.
It's all branches. Branches.
You gotta understand, Luke actually fought for us to even speak all type of way in the music.
Explicit content.
And that's another thing, because a lot of people would say like, oh, shout out, NWA, legendary group. Right. But Uncle Luke, the 2 Live Crew, they was the first ones to have, like, they went to court to be like, damn, like, okay, you have to put this on the album because the lyrics were so extreme and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, man. Basically how like, I feel just, my music is on the rise now, but it's always been, because at the end of the day, music is music. People gonna do what they want. They're gonna make it sound how they sound, but... Yeah, if it wasn't for Luke and them, man, them niggas, a lot of niggas would not be doing it right now. Yeah. It's just, but it kind of converted to struggle spitters now, because that's what it is. We rapping about what we see, what's around us, we products of our environment, basically. And that's how I feel about how music is now in Miami. Now people come to Miami, they're like, it's weird, like now, like how Meek Mill was coming down here and shit like that, and his sound was kind of Miami-fied, you feel me? Like, in a way. Because a lot of my niggas, that when we listen to Ross here and there, he don't sound like he's from Miami no more. But the thing is that he has his own sound. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now people in Miami trying to sound like him, and it made it that Miami feel, you feel me? So, it's weird, strange, dope music that's out right now.
And, like, I could say this, like, especially in our generation, but you gotta really think about it. Our generation, we 90 babies, so when music was the core, you had all regions. You had the East Coast, West Coast, the Midwest. The Midwest and the South was always played on the radio. So now you starting to hear slowly a lot of southern rappers sound like they from up north, and up north sound like they from down south.
It's because it's just like exactly how the races are right now. I think in like 500 years, there's not gonna be a lot of races. You know, everybody's populating with each other. Mm-hmm. You see black babies with Chinese. You see Italian with Creole. You feel me? It doesn't really matter. Yeah. But in the sense, 500 years, man. 500 years. That's how music's gonna be. It's gonna be all kind of one. Mixture. Yeah, a mixture, like how it is now, but just more evolved. Because music, at the end of the day, it fucking It evolves every 5 years. That's how That's how I always say. You feel me? And what I'll be thinking and shit. Especially when I tell, when I think of myself, or I tell my niggas and I tell Xscar, I'll be like, yo, we gotta evolve what music is out. Let's keep our own sound. But when we put it out, because my point is that everybody's a trendsetter in Miami right now. I'm telling you, it's hot right now in Miami. So.
Shit, I'm trying to be the next trendsetter.
You know what I mean? Podcast, shit, but you never know. That's really how shit popping. That's how it was for TGT. Honestly, it's crazy right now, dog. Like 4 years later, like a nigga came from nothing, doing this shit. Dog. Doing this shit from bullshit. You feel me? Just like Xscar, just like Pharaoh, just like all my people, and to where it is now that we're getting paid for shows, we doing gigs and shit like that. And we getting that clout here and there. Like a lot of people be telling me, yo, but why you don't fuck with a lot of Miami artists? And I'm like, in a sense, I want to get to a level where a nigga want to be like, yo, look, this record is hot. Let me, let's jump on this work. Feel me? Type shit. There's a couple Miami cats that I actually do fuck with, and I'm making music with right now. But like, there's bigger names right now, like. In Miami, it's just like Berg, Dread.
You got
Kid Omar, you feel me? Kid Adams, you know what I mean? There's a couple people.
Kid Adams is someone. Me and Xscar know him a lot. He came to a open mic back at FIU, and I heard some of his music and stuff.
Yeah, he be spinning.
And it's a lot of artists. You got Shamari seeing us. You got a lot of artists from down here. They call them the backpack rappers because they don't really talk. They not booty shaking artists, or they not like the artists.
They still putting out feel good music, but still spitters.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So to my boy Xscar,
what's good, homie?
As a DJ,
that phone, she got me lit.
do you think that DJs get a lot of respect? Nowadays.
Nah, DJs don't really get a lot of respect. I mean, you're looking at, for one, you got to think about the time. You got to think about, you know what I'm saying? Because time is really important.
Yeah.
Especially in 2018, bro. Time is important. Either you put it with family, music, whatever it is, you feel me? You got to do what you got to do. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, to answer your question, we really don't as much, bro. Like, you got to look at it from a different standpoint of you as the client and you as the person back there. You driving there just to actually, you know what I'm saying, unload your shit.
Yeah.
Pack up your shit, set up the whole shit, especially if it's some shit where, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
You got to come hard.
Yeah.
From a small crowd, you come with that, small crowd sound. Big crowd, you had to come big.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? Some people do. It depends on the name, too, because a lot, you know what I'm saying, really getting paid what they stand for because they built the name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The brand behind it. So it is what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just, in general, I really think that we don't, but some are lucky to actually, you know what I'm saying, make it happen and get there.
Yeah, to get there.
It takes time.
Yeah, because I remember I took like a year hiatus and, as a DJ, people more in the background, DJ producer, marketing or whatever.
Right.
Once you take that break, I learned that you lose a lot of, what do you call it, progress. Because before I took the year off, I knew I was like, all these people was hitting me up and stuff like that. I took a break. But I do realize that the people that you really want to work with still be there. I remember you was one of the artists who like, damn, where you been at?
I remember. I was like, I didn't think I just probably thought you was doing your own thing. You're doing your own path. Everybody's in their own path. I get ghosts on a lot of my niggas sometimes, you know what I mean? Just in a sense when I gotta get my mind right. Get clear minded, take that year off, but it ain't been like that for me right now. I just been dropping hella music, kid. But I feel you though. But you back now, nigga. Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah, man.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
With the podcast, with the mixtape.
Lit gang.
Yeah, man. But
just been pushing.
As far as like the like working with like local talent and stuff like that, like I have some artists that's from like like outside, like out of town and stuff like that. Like one of them is Valona Denise.
Yeah. I be seeing that.
She from Jersey. Like she's like in that realm with Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill type like category and
That's
stuff.
Lit. That's lit.
It's crazy, you know, as a DJ, especially like locally. You be like, damn, like I'm getting more love from people from out of town.
Yeah.
Damn, from home. Nah, I'm not speaking for everybody because
no, but that's
you know I have artists like you. I have a few artists from down here, from Dave Broward. Dope. And they, we like we connect and stuff like that. Because sometimes I feel like to build that
relationships,
to build that relationship in music, it takes time. But you got to also go outside of that. You got to be like, how's the family doing? How's this doing?
Yeah, you got to keep everything balanced out.
You know,
if you're going to school or if you got your own business going up or you're doing music or you do art, you got to always keep everything balanced. I learned that shit, you know what I mean, a while back, kid. Real shit. You start slipping a little here and there, they'll feel it. You'll start feeling it. You don't see a kid or you don't see your parents or you're not seeing the family, you know what I mean?
So, like, speaking of family, like, we all have families and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm slowly creating my stuff.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
I hear that, yo. Congrats on that, for real.
Thank you. But for me, I learned that, I'm about to be 26 on Sunday. So.
Okay. Happy early birthday, kid.
And, I'm engaged. Thank you. I'm engaged. And in September, me and Sadery gonna be married.
What?
But I noticed that when you, even in a relationship, I learned that you're more motivated to do more things because you focus.
You focus.
You know,
it gives you another reason to push a little harder. You feel me? It's like having kids, the same thing.
So as as a husband, as a father, what does that help you motivate more to do what you want to do, as far as like your career?
I got you. It motivates you. It's gonna always motivate you because that's family. You feel me? That's something that you gotta provide for and have time for, and kind of still work at anything as long as you building some kind of income, because you gotta have some income.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta make time, like Hay said. You feel me? You gotta put that time in.
Yeah, dog.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's either you willing to sacrifice or not, or however it is, and if you really like it. You gotta put that time in. You feel me?
Real shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Like to me, I remember when I had my daughter, I was like 20 years old, and then it kind of happened and shit. But regardless, I was in love. When you in love, you create things, whatever. You know what I mean? So I think just having my daughter, that shit just makes me go 1,000 times harder. Like I was already going 10, trying to hit 50. You feel me? If I get 1,000, I want 2,000 just in case if I lose that 1,000 for the drum back or something. You feel me? Like, just in that sense, dog. Like, it just... And it makes you a better person in this... Because... I like to travel a lot, kid.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. So when you... when you're not seeing fam and shit like that, like, here and there, you doing music, you caught up. I be telling X all the time, like, when you put in this work, you know what I mean? You be with Juanita all the time. Shout out Juanita, you know what I mean? So, it's just... Yeah, it pushes you, dog. It pushes you on 1,000. You already know that.
Yeah, man, because, like I said, like, even we have our own podcast. Like,
that's dope. What's it called again?
Cuddle Talk.
Cuddle Talk. That's dope.
Because she's, like, I'm doing my thing, and, she's a teacher, that's a grind, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't give that respect. Because I remember one day, before school started, she had to, you remember when we was back in school?
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, at the end of the school year, you had to help the teachers with the books and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
So I helped her before, and I'm like, I can't believe y'all get paid to this low to do all this work.
Yeah, it's crazy. Teachers are like, they're like the roots right now, nigga, especially with children education, nigga. Yeah. It's crazy. The teacher stressed out, the kid's gonna be stressed out, they gotta learn anything.
If you guys weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
What would I be doing?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like,
that's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Music is something that I love and I have a passion for. So regardless around the music, either it's business or the entertaining, basically being a musician, you know what I'm saying? Or just, all that, you know what I'm saying? So if you find your, you know what I'm saying, your little spot, you good. And then you work from whatever you actually wanted to do to even doing what you're doing now to get you to do what you actually want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
facts.
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
So regardless of what it would have been, it would have still
Yeah.
been in music. It would just be whatever
for
you
me,
do
but
music.
you know that's my question for me. But
Yeah.
so because I feel like that, so I'm gonna feel like I gotta be in that. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless.
You
want to go in this? I agree.
Yeah,
I don't look at it as
I
just
don't-
one. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I wouldn't even know, dog. Like I feel like since I've been young, I've been listening to I was listening to a lot of Latin music. My mom was Cuban, nigga, Mark Anthony, you know what I mean, shit like that. So regardless, I would have been, I don't know, dog. Like I'm in the medical field now too. I have mad experience. I'm nigga. Me, I can notarize your shit. You know what I mean? I'm in the medical field, nigga. I check you got glaucoma, motherfuckers. I smoking that good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a man of different paths regardless. Like I think in the past life I was something else, but I just you know, you don't really know what's going on, you know what I mean? So you do have dreams though. You do have dreams, you have epiphanies, you have deja vus. You think, you know, you look, bro, I have that shit all the time and it's crazy. It's just crazy. That shit be tripping me out.
Yeah, like even with me, you know, to get to her question, like I was 15 when I first started, you know, getting heavy in music.
Yeah.
But I was never the person like, you know, music was like, all right, I want to do music. You know, I went to school, still going to school, you know. And I'm like, music is going to lead me to something or going to help me to get where I really want to be at. But I still want to be involved with music. Like
somehow.
I always told myself, I'm not going to DJ forever.
I
want to move up to being like a producer, manager,
whatever,
you know.
Like
executive
type shit, executive decisions.
Just like all of us, like, you know, especially having Caribbean backgrounds and stuff like that. We was always around music and stuff.
Yeah,
like my grandma, from my mom's side, Bahamian descent. Well, she's Bahamian. I'm Bahamian descent. Like she went over there. Used to go there all the time. But she was in the choir at church, and I still hear her sing and stuff.
That's dope.
And like I had an uncle. He was the drummer for Casey and the Sunshine Band. So
that's
like
dope.
I'm like this music is everything. Like.
Music is life, man.
Listening to my mom sing, you know, even my fiance sing in the mornings and stuff like that. Like, you know, but speaking of the you said earlier about the TGT, I didn't even know that was a game, my God.
It used to be on my hood and shit. Like I still go over there and they be like, you know what I mean? Some of my niggas like loyal niggas, you feel me? At least 10, 15.
But the clothing brand, I want to talk about the clothing brand. What made you want to do that? Like,
that was out of nowhere. Like I'm an entrepreneur, dog. Like I can sell water to a whale. You feel me? Type shit. You know what I mean? And it just came out of nowhere because everybody was telling me like, yo, you need to come up with your official brand. You know, I'm more of a manager. I manage myself. I try to manage time, shit like that. So just in a business standpoint, it was the best decision to do. Like in the moment, especially when it was at such high demand. Like shout out everybody that grab merchandise. It's crazy. Glory Day 40 nights. Yo, I'm gonna be dropping probably the V-necks and like joggers, all type of shit probably before the summer. Wild shit, like own designs. Like I'm gonna hire a couple people. We're gonna work right now. Is what we doing, man. Shout out Jenny Sweets. You know what I mean? She gonna start working on her shit. We're gonna put on some hot shit. You feel me?
We gonna have to collab because I got my own little clothing brand and stuff coming up and stuff.
Yeah, dog. Like me, I want to have everything like in house, dog. Everything. You feel me? If either it's videos or either it's photo shoots or either it's models, it's promo, marketing, everything through one thing. So it was just the best decision.
I always felt that you know me growing up, I always study these entrepreneurs and stuff like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. I always look at Walt Disney. I'm like, this man was smart. Like this man. First of all, he put names of his different real estate. Like he lied about his land. So pretty much he was making money in each land. That was his. That's like
residuals, kid.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 different revenues. So I'm like, I want to do that, but I want to do like right now. Like I have the clothing brand. I do marketing,
dope,
the music
the
and
random,
stuff like
random
that.
Stuff.
So like, dope. I want to one day be like, I want to have a monopoly. Like, this is the name, random stuff, but it breaks down to the marketing,
branches. Yeah, of
to
course.
the clothing, to the music.
That's exactly what everybody wants to do right now, dog. Now everybody wants to be independent. My nigga, I ain't signing no major crazy deals. It's straight. Nigga trying to sign my niggas and sign my team.
Why is that such a big thing now? Where it's like, why is it no record deal? No, I want to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Because you see, like, Chance has
Yo, that nigga is
he blew up,
that nigga,
right?
fool.
Yeah, he
Grammy
blew.
nominated,
All type of shit. On
Grammy-nominated.
SoundCloud, that nigga broke records, yo, for real. I was listening to Chance when he came out with Acid Rap. I was like, somebody put me on. I remember one time we was seeing the video. We was in my crib, we was getting high, me and my boy, and he was like, damn, it was in Times Square, and I just came back from New York. We was over there chilling and shit. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Who is this nigga? I'm thinking he's from over there, but he's really from Chicago.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
You know what I mean? So when he first came out with that flex, it just changed everything. Like, it's just amazing.
Do you feel? But that's like that leads to my question. Like, doing that whole thing independently, like, why is that? Why do you think that now it's such a big thing? Is it all of the past stuff? Because we've heard it from Prince, we heard it. We saw Tony Braxton. We've seen Jay-Z do his own thing. We've seen all these people do like their own stuff. After a while, we've seen all the good and the bad. So why now all of this? We gotta do it on our own and not through a big label.
I think it's the labels though. Like
it's just
it's not how it used to be. Like back in the day, like labels would actually be behind you.
Yeah,
like they'll feed you the money and stuff like that, and then
they'll promote you. They still kind of do that.
They still do, but it's like it's not the same, and like it's me making more people. Like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do independent. Like Nipsey Hussle was. Like,
I was.
He got a partnership.
You know what he? You know what he says? Yo, I respect that man. Like Nick. Like right now, my favorite artists right now are Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle and Davies. Davies is signing Nas, but Nipsey Hussle, he got his own thing, the Marathon, all that shit.
Yeah.
And Freddie Gibbs got ESGN Records. Well, that nigga's that nigga.
And Tech Nine was
yeah. I opened up for Burns before for Mayday. He signed to Strange Music and shit recently too, at Kid Your Idol in South Beach. But it's making your own money, yo. Everything's about money. Yeah. Everything is about money. It's politics too, because people don't want to wait anymore to because it's just different how social media is. Also, it makes everybody so dependent at this time. Mm-hmm. It's the technology, yo, is picking up so fast, and everything's about money, streams, downloads, trying to book your own shows. If you can do it yourself, then everybody thinking do it yourself. Mm-hmm. What is it? What's that shit they call it? DIYs or whatever. DIY. Yeah. So like I'm high as shit, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm talking about. But yo, it's just everybody wants to be independent for the simple fact that you can grow way faster than trying to, suck dick or join Illuminati for the fucking major label. You know what I mean?
Even you could even look in Hollywood, like it's a lot of people that's coming out with their own independent film like companies.
Yeah.
Like they want to instead of trying to go through quote unquote the white man. Yeah. You want to just I'm gonna take this craft, I'm gonna study it, and I want to be that person. You know what? Like, I'm independent, I don't need no help. Yeah. And then I want to be like that. Because, from us, from minorities, black and brown, like, we want that. We want that. Like, with me, I always said that I want to create something where I can bring people more opportunities and stuff like that. Like, it's time for us to have our own.
That's what being.
So we could make our own.
Yeah, that's what being independent is. You building yourself, you distributing yourself, you're marketing yourself, promoting yourself. No matter, regardless of what it is, there's artists that I see that they draw whatever, girl or female, boy or male, whatever, fucking lit. They draw and I'm like, yo, this is dope. You should try to sell this, point blank. You feel me? Like, this is they take it as more as a love thing and not trying to water it down and dilute it and shit. Yeah. But shit's just crazy though. It's crazy right now. Technology.
Yeah, I have
everything's independent.
Yeah, like I have a best friend. He's a firefighter. But I always tell him cause he have one of the best reels. Like if I can bring it to y'all one day, his reels would make me weak. But
trying to do 8 things at the same time.
I always tell him.
I got this designer hitting me up for logos and shit. I'm like,
I always tell him why not open a food truck? Cause that's another industry that's
especially in Miami. Especially in Miami. What is it? Cheeseburger Baby got one. Yeah. There's another one from Miss Sweets or some shit like that. Miss Cheeses. Yeah. From 69th Street on Biscayne.
The ice cream shop too from Wynwood got one too.
Yeah. What is it? Mr. Cream?
No, not Mr. Cream. So, we had that last year. It was icing something. I forgot.
You take the bar and they put whatever you want on the outside.
Yeah. So speaking of business, in my last podcast, I spoke with my boy Cam. Shout out to him, the whole Oats movement. with his clothing brand. I speak about investing. Because a lot of us, we young and stuff like that. But I feel like in our generation, we a little bit more mature. I guess too, because of social media and because of all the, because of technology and all these apps teaching us about investing and easy ways to invest.
Yeah.
How do y'all take investment seriously? Do you think it's important to invest? And what would you invest in, or do you already invest?
I mean, I think it's important to invest because, especially if you know what I'm saying, you want to work on something, or you actually, want to invest in yourself on certain things that you feel like, yo, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this money right here.
Yeah.
Or I need this. Let me put this money right here. I need that. Put this money right there. I mean, it's important to invest. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you're not gonna invest and you don't feel like you want to, do your own shit. Meaning, if you wanted to start a business, or you wanted to do a label, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You just want to work for the next man. You can do that, and that's what you want. But of course, you got to invest. But you're investing in making somebody else rich on that other end. You know what I'm saying? But on your own shit, or just being independent. Yeah, you gotta invest, man.
Yeah.
Investing in yourself, that's number one priority. I've invested in myself since I was 8 years old. We would go to school, try to buy each other clothes, that type of shit. I'm trying to, I used to actually do good in school. I was just bad as fuck at home. You know what I mean? Sneaking out, bringing girls to the windows, all type of shit. But yeah, dog, we invest, just in the music, art, all that shit. It takes investment. But everybody wants to get profit off of every investment they got. But sometimes you gotta take that loss, because you're either doing too much at the same time, or you just made the wrong move and you had to lose it over stocks or whatever. Even losing money in the street, fucking with people and shit. So you just gotta watch out who you invest your time with. Also, investments is not just money.
It's the energy, because I always felt that too. More positive energy is gonna change you. It's gonna uplift you more. The negative is it's gonna bring you down and stuff.
That's true. Of course, man, but you don't want to spend time with negative, man. Nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah.
I mean, Cardi B did that. She always talks about how she invested in herself before she got the major label. She invested in herself, and she did all the stuff that she did before she got big, and that's what made her who she is now. That's what gave her that deal that she has now.
What's y'all think about Cardi B?
I like her, but I ain't like her. I like her in the sense of her music, but I have a daughter, you feel me? At the end of the day, she's gonna do what she wants, but it's what she sees also. I can't say nothing because there's certain songs that are vulgar also, but then you gotta smooth things out.
Yeah.
But I like what she's doing in period, because she did it independently. She did it herself, basically.
At first,
I ain't a hater, man.
At first I was like, but then she started to grow.
She started growing.
I started learning.
I made her grow.
But I had to do my research.
Look at the Bruno Mars and Cardi B. I actually like that shit. That shit is dope as fuck.
I like the song on its own because I am a Bruno Mars fan.
Me too.
I love Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
And when I heard the whole album, because I played the whole album for him. That album came out last year. Because it was Valentine when I played the whole album for you.
No, it wasn't Valentine.
Yes, it was.
Usually...
It was our anniversary. It was a year.
Yeah.
And so I played the whole album, and that was one of my favorite songs.
What was the album called?
24 Karat Magic. It's 24
Oh,
Karat
you mean
Gold.
Shit, yeah, bro. Yo,
it came out
Cardi didn't come out with that. She didn't come out with that. That's what hope. I like her because of her. I like her because of her ground. She's grounded, especially for a female artist. The album, I need it.
People was expecting, she was breaking records and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Fuck the bullshit. Man. Regardless, she came from the same places that we all came from. She did it, then everybody can do it, nigga. This shit's a hot commodity right now. Hip hop is it's. I think it's number one. The number one genre.
It's now pop music technically. Hip hop is now considered pop.
Pop music. It's popular music. Exactly. You know what I mean? But. That's when we trying to do certain records and we trying to get records on this shit. Your ex trying to get on the radio. We trying to finesse, but do it in our own sound. It's just popular music. My niggas is so used to it. Some of my niggas are so used to just listening to the same type of music. But you gotta branch out. I listen to a lot of jazz music. Sarah Vaughan, John Coltrane. You know what I mean? Miles Davis.
Piano music.
Yo, I'm trying to learn the piano, how to play the piano in a good couple of weeks. I already got it set up, just to know how to be able to read music, and then you start playing.
I remember I took a class. My bad. I remember I took a music class. The medieval. How do you say medieval period. It was the most darkest, coolest sounds I've ever heard in my life.
Dude.
But it's in them classes like that. I ain't major in music, but I was like, let me just take one music class because it'll teach me like the history from that period, and it goes down to like the classic, and it goes down to like reggae and everything. Because actually, if it wasn't for like reggae and all that stuff, there wouldn't be no hip hop.
Yeah. Jazz, really.
Yeah, jazz. All that stuff like evolved over the years, but man. What you was about to?
I was gonna say I was listening to something the other day that was talking about how we had this discussion before. Where we say like albums really aren't that like necessary nowadays.
Yo, and that's crazy. People be telling me because I'm dropping an album.
That's what I was gonna say, because you were saying you were working for like 3 years on your album.
Yo, it's crazy.
And it's like me and him had this conversation, and I heard it somewhere else too, where it was like when we were growing up, you had one album, and it lasted that artist about a good year. Because they would do the album, they would have like 4 singles off of it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Have a video.
That's what people don't understand. Like I have all my music is exclusive rights. I don't really owe anybody anything, but there's certain producers that I work with that I wouldn't mind giving them points, because we all got to eat off of this shit at the end of the day. But yo, it's crazy right now. It's the same thing. We go back to being independent. Yeah, everybody want to make their money when you got to sign up for BMI. Look, this is a free game. Sign up for BMI, ASCAP, any artist that wants to take their music serious and take their publishing serious and their songwriting shit serious. Because a lot of times you will sign up with somebody and don't even know you're giving away all your shit. You don't even know. They pushing you so hard. But you lost all your shit. If you want to do your own thing or create your own thing, you gotta be the other yes man type shit. Your own boss.
But that's what leads me to this question is, do you feel that like in our generation, albums really are not needed, and all you need is really a single to make it, like multiple singles?
Singles actually attract, you know what I'm saying? I feel like singles attract like people into your, you know what I'm saying, your album, your little space, your little whole, you know what I'm saying, art. But at the same time, that's just, you know what I'm saying, like that's part of the business too. And also, it's part of the marketing. You gotta like attract people that, you know what I'm saying, somebody that never heard you, you gotta get their attention some kind of way.
But then it's like, you get the album, and it's like, okay, we're done with the album, next one. Because that's how I feel like music is nowadays.
It's still some replayable.
Yo, I remember when I dropped my first project, I was booming that shit for like a year and change, but we was putting out side music, but we were still making videos. Shout out to Sunshine Reels. She makes all my videos right now. She's like my inside person, for real. Sunshine's my nigga. And, we was, off that one album, I did like 15 tracks, and they were all original beats, you feel me? Like, this is just fucking with people and giving people their credits and shit. I did 3 videos. I did 4 videos. I did one in the studio, and then the other ones on the side, and then I did the official single. So when we put it out, we were riding around my hood and shit, where everybody be bumping it.
Nah, but I get what she's saying. Like, one thing too, I got from what I learned from Dr. Dre. I don't really listen to my own stuff. I listened to it one time and I moved on.
A lot of people. That's good. It's a good and a bad thing. Because a lot of people listen to their shit too much and they don't want to put it out because they heard it so much. But it's new to everybody's ears. You feel me? And people get tired of their own music because everybody's constantly evolving.
But to go also go back to what she said though. It's a few albums that came out from I say like 2010 to now. Yeah. That I can replay.
A lot of times. There's a couple.
But then you also got to go back like. You still have the artists that still got that tradition, like Kendrick, J. Cole, Big Crit. I can also put like someone who like Logic, Dave East on the. I like Logic.
Logic is dope, but
only thing with me is like like I know you biracial and stuff like that, but
everybody say that. Everybody says that.
But lyrically, the boy is raw.
But like, what's the big issue? Because J. Cole's biracial.
J. Cole,
but he looks like he's lived in the hood more than Logic. It's like such a street credit thing, you know what I mean?
The thing with Logic though, that Joe Budden put me on, that I peeped though for real. J. Cole don't put that. I'm black, but then I'm white. Like, he don't have that in the fight with him. Logic, dude, it's like fool need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trying to be, like, funny, but maybe that's his art. Like, that's his, like,
way of
he probably think about that every day, because,
well, people are always gonna judge you. Also, people think I'm black, I'm Hispanic.
I agree. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna ask you that, like, well, Clearly, DJ Xscar. I was gonna say escrow, but it's not escrow.
That's all good though.
DJ Xscar. Clearly, you're black, right?
I'm actually black. I'm Haitian, American. I'm black.
Well, you're considered. You would be considered black guy.
Black guy.
Overall, but like for you, Hayes, you're multiracial, I guess you can say. But
you can say
not really because you're Latino.
But
Latino, you're not Hispanic. You're Latino.
Yeah, like
we were watching Love and Hip Hop with Amara La Negra and how she had to go through that whole
she's Dominican, I think too.
She's full Dominican and she had to go through the whole because she's a darker complexion. Do you feel that with the whole logic thing and him being biracial, you have to grind twice as hard because you're not?
Yo, and that's crazy,
black?
And that's funny that you said that because in the sense in Miami right now, Zoe's running Miami. I have most of my friends or whatever. We Chicos with Zoe's. It's it's all united, but how other people look at it because I had my nigga tell me that shit. He came to Miami and that's all he seen. It was only those. You feel me? All the time. Which is not, obviously it's Miami niggas, Cubans, Zoes, you feel me? A couple Dominicans here and there. But
the Bahamians, we be ducked off. So
it's just how the same thing is in New York. It's a certain kind of race that's actually running hip hop. You know what I mean? Running hip hop in that state.
No,
that's gonna be a different episode. I was going deep into that, but that's a different. I don't want to get into it.
But it definitely does make me grind harder a second because I'm Hispanic. I do it for my people. Fuck the bullshit. I do everything for my people now. It's every thought, every lesson, every story. It's a lot of my niggas. They're the inspiration to the music I do. People that I'm around, my loved ones, all type of shit. You know
so what's the difference between Hispanic and Latino?
It's
two different things.
Yeah, what's the difference?
The term Hispanic is considered in some places like a bad thing.
So it's like nigga.
Nah. It's more of
that's spit. Niggas spit. You feel me? But I ain't Puerto Rican. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
for some people, I use Latina just because that's how I feel. I'm not Hispanic. I'm not from.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, I'm Dominican, so
how some people say
you from the Heights. Is that? What block? My bad. Side note. What block you from?
I grew up in. We lived on 163rd and Broadway, right next to the
hospital. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's crazy.
What was the name?
Presbyterian. I was born there.
My sister was born there. I was born in St. Lucas.
Yo, I'm from 163rd, right there in St. Nicholas. 164 in St. Nicholas. Yeah, I used to go to Broadway all the time.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dog. That is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. It's a small world.
Born on 95th Street.
Yeah,
North Shore Hospital in the hood. So I
just clarifying shit. Yo, but it's Dade all day. I go over there all the time, and I was, it's crazy. They're like, nigga, you from Florida? I'm like, nigga, it's Dade, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? What you think it is? That's home base, bro. You know what I mean?
But you have your accent.
I got my little, I got my New York, because that's always gonna be.
Because I have a coworker. He's like, he was born up north, and he'll come down.
Mm-hmm.
He came down. I think he was like 10, 11 years old, whatever. But his accent will come up. Cause y'all loud. We say New Yorkers are loud. Y'all.
Hispanic people just loud. Period.
Spanish people loud, but even New Yorkers in general.
Caribbean island.
Caribbean. My mom.
All that is
Name all in.
You know.
Yeah, bro.
But that's a different story too.
But when his piss get loud,
that nigga lit right now. That nigga lit.
But when his piss get loud, I'm like, bro, you a real New York nigga. Damn, bro.
Right. Yeah, no, it's just, everybody's lingo and shit. It's like when you go to Cali, everybody got their own, their own accent or whatever.
Yeah, because, Miami is different because, like I said, I know artists from up north, they call me, oh, you country, but then I go to the actual country.
And they country.
They be like, you sound like a little island, but I never get that. I never get that. I never, I used to get it, but I left, when I go to the country, I don't get the city talk. I get you sound you from the Caribbean, the island.
Yeah.
I never, get it, but they get it, you know what I'm saying? Because I got cousins and stuff up North Florida, so that's like the country.
Yo, I was living up in Fort Pierce for a year. That shit's crazy. It was just a whole bunch of crazy white people over there. Put up to the trap, those white people. I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on here? This shit crazy. This is sometimes we in right now. Yeah, G shit. What time, nigga? What the fuck? What is going on?
So, what y'all think about Donald Trump?
Yo,
Man,
everybody know, man. It's just
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
that shit got me wanting to fight my rights to get my rights back, just to go against that nigga for that next time. Yo, it's crazy.
I just wanna, you know.
Nah, you good. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, cause my whole thing is like this. It's like I was very mad at the people who didn't vote, cause the people who would have voted Hillary is like that auntie that you know. That's like she did some bad shit, but you know you can trust her.
You can trust her, yeah.
Because when it comes to like her talking to different countries and stuff like that, she can hold it down.
She was finessing, yeah.
This man about to have us going to wars with like 6-7 different countries.
Yeah,
you know
but it's all money at the end of the day. Yeah, dog. It's all about money when it for tanks, for helicopters, for bullets. This shit is all money, dog. Billions of dollars, nigga, every year.
And a lot of people say like, oh, you know, he's going to help us bring economy and stuff. I'm like, you got to think about it. Each president, what I learned was crazy because I had a conversation with my best friend, Richard. Shout out to you, man. But this man, it's true. Like, have you noticed each president that came in, certain companies was like blowing up?
Yeah.
Like, Walmart, when Barack Obama was in office, was like, always like Walmart always had commercials, but they was like, all right, I want to go to Walmart now, like for real, like every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, like niggas, they got McDonald's,
I don't fuck with Walmart.
All type of shit.
She's Target. I think Target kind of coming up.
My chick is a Target, bro. Hey, I live in Target, nigga.
Yo, niggas stupid. Juanita,
come through, man.
Yeah, crazy stuff. I don't even know, dog. Like, I barely step in these places. I get everything offline, dog. Everything is online shopping to me. I'd rather have it come to me because, yo, it's time, yo. I barely have time. Like, for anything, I'd rather chill my daughter at the crib or, you know, type of shit like that than having to go and to buy shit. Even look how they have the app now for the food. What's it called?
Uber Eats or some shit.
The Uber Eats, no, but to get your groceries.
I know.
It's from
Instacart.
Is it Instacart? There's a couple. There's a couple.
And Postmates. Postmates the same thing.
Yeah.
That's more restaurants. But
that shit is just crazy. Everything is gonna be like that now, dog. Like, look at Bitcoin. Before it crashed, everybody was like, yo, damn, what's up with this Bitcoin shit? Because it was booming, but
let me talk about, because that's, you know, I was hoping that y'all would talk about that.
I'm lit right now.
My thing with Bitcoin, like me, I said at the end of the day, I did my research. I'm like, y'all just invest in stocks. Just invest in stock. Invest in something that you already know. All right, Warren Buffett, this man, when it comes to stocks, brilliant. All he say is just invest in something that you love. All right, or invest in penny stocks. Because when I look at Bitcoin, it's like penny stocks. It could be something that's worth 50 cents, but penny stocks could blow up anytime. Look at Amazon. Amazon worth like $1,000 a share.
That's just crazy.
Amazon wasn't like in 1999. Amazon was worth like $5.
That's
so
crazy,
like
dog.
you gotta
18 years later.
I
19.
think it goes back where people, you know, they don't have that patience to I don't want to put my money in. Like it's moving.
Yeah, but they look at Bitcoin. It's just everything is off trends, though. You gotta understand. Everybody on my Facebook is about the Bitcoin shit, and I kind of was skeptical about it in the first place because I'm not like a gambling person, to tell you the truth. I'd rather invest or either go out and spend it on something else. You feel me? To be honest, I never had like the type of temptation to gamble unless it's just like us in the street type shit like that.
I would say the safest and legal way to gamble is just invest.
Invest, of course. Investing in stock.
In yourself, in stock.
Everything, because at the end of the day,
in your education.
Education, of course. I'm definitely, we definitely investing in that.
So you have a daughter.
Yeah.
And you just said, you know, like, some of the stuff that Cardi B says you're not really rocking. You don't really like it for her to listen to it.
Yeah, because it's all on the radio now, dog. Like, they don't even try to, but at the end of the day, this is what we all push for. And now it's a lot of people complain about the radio music, but it's people's choice.
Yeah.
It's the people that's calling about it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, how do you, as a father, because I know as a teacher, like, I'm a teacher. I'm a mom for, like, 8 hours out of the day from Monday through Friday. And I'm, like, really adamant in what my kids listen to because I'll let them listen to everything. Like, I'll let them listen to...
Of course.
Like, when they come in, it's classical music. And then after lunch, it's, like, throw in the hip hop, the old 90s, whatever, all clean. Yeah. But I'm like really adamant into what stuff they listen to because I really like they'll come to me and I know they know the verses to Cardi B.
Of course.
But like for me, it's like y'all not supposed to be singing it. So how do you as a father like try to introduce your daughter to the music that you make, but still make sure that she understands, knows. Yeah, daddy, this is what daddy's saying, but this is not really what it means.
Well, it's just like now, like I'm in the crib, like if I got my daughter, usually I'm in the crib cooking, but I'm listening to jazz music. I'm listening to probably just not of what I listen to on a daily basis because the music that I make and we all make, mainly it's all like ratchet as shit. Or it's conscious or whatever. Because a lot of shit, my album is super conscious, like the first couple of records. And I really did it for her in the sense because I'm trying to play my own music around her. You know what I mean? So it just makes me feel like super, it makes me feel backwards. Like if I'm pulling up in an Uber and I'm grabbing my daughter type shit and they're playing something like ratchet as shit, I have to tell them, I'll be like, can you change this shit? You can put something else on. There's Bruno Mars or something, that's cool. It's dance music, you feel me? It's something what they're used to being around and girls are used to being around because it's not sort of sexy, but it's it's a downgrade of that level. So to her to listen to, we jumped in the whip. I love Tupac. Tupac is like one of my biggest inspirations. Everybody's biggest inspiration in hip hop. But I actually listened to this is what we used to do all day. We listen to Tupac. We in the car, we in the Uber, and they was playing. They wasn't playing like one of his subtle songs. They were playing like it was like Hail Mary or something like that. And I told him, can you change this shit? And he was like, oh yeah, ain't no problem. He ain't really stressing nothing like that. And he was like, damn. That's crazy. He told me, he was like, that's crazy that you told me that because I had kids, other people in the car, and I respect that. You feel me? If you tell me that you got your kid in the car, you don't want to listen to, what the fuck is going on. Because it's grown music. It's like telling a toddler to drink at a certain age when they can't handle it, and they get addicted to it or some crazy shit like that.
And then my next question was for both of you guys. Like, how is it? I don't know if you have kids.
Yeah, I got a daughter, beautiful daughter. Emma.
Yeah, he's a new
shout out to Emma.
Anita, shout out to Emma. Yeah, I'm a daddy.
Congratulations.
I'm
first time daddy. Hey, like Jerry, I'm the daddy.
So like,
damn it.
Your daughter, your baby, she's not old enough to listen to music, but like, I've heard parents say like, oh, it's the music. Like you were saying, everybody blames it, but like, do you feel like that's a real thing to blame artists for making music and then kids listening to it?
It's up to the parents of, there's no such thing as a bad kid. It's up to the parents. However the kid comes out racist, kid comes out as being, a delinquent and shit like that, or a criminal or, whatever. It's about what they allowed, basically. So
it's the environment.
It's the environment you're in, too, because regardless, if I put my jit... I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm trying to buy a crib up in Fort Lauderdale or some shit like that, something nice, and then still have something in Miami. But for her so she can go up to school up there, you feel me, and not have to do it down here on certain parts, Pembroke Pines, some shit nice, private school, some type of shit, because it's her environment, it's wherever she's around. Regardless if you're not there, she's gonna listen to it. Either it's her mom listening to it, or whatever's going on at the moment, because you place yourself in that predicament. You feel me? Place yourself in that place.
At the same time,
where
too,
we're all at.
Like he said. Not to even cut you though, but at the same time, like he said, like, if it's something that you feel like, it's bad vibe, bad energy, or if it's like, not even like, what I'm saying? Because you got songs that's still bad, but it's just sound nice in your ear. You feel me?
Yeah,
so it's like songs that talk about sex and they singing melodies that sounds nice. So, what I'm saying? You don't think that certain shit they saying is like that bad because of the way that it's
like a lot of R&B shit. All the girls listen to R&B.
So if that gets songs at your house, pretty much.
Yeah. You gotta have a few collections. You feel me?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying? Anyways, it's just having a certain amount. What I'm saying of that kind of, what I'm saying, part, and then mixing it with some, not mixing it, but listening to some other shit that's even like harder. Like some dark music
like
shit, like your daughter or your
I got this record.
Feeling.
I got this record called Indigo Child that I actually didn't play on Running Rebel because I couldn't get the files right. My nigga Sly Pro, shout out Sly Pro, my nigga from New York, producer, man. I work with a lot.
Oh, yeah, I met him the last time at the
Yeah. We was doing Slaves to Our Dreams, and he was just down real quick, and he flew right back up.
Before you speak on that, when you was talking about like the music that your daughter listens to and stuff, you have came a long way.
Yeah.
I noticed that like. You're more
progress and and
people at the end of the day, people need to learn that once you have a family and stuff, once you see new things, stuff like that, it's about progression. Look at Jay-Z, prime example. Man was a dope dealer, was shown
his billionaire type shit.
Was with Beyonce, married her, Well, in between all that stuff, you have businesses and stuff like that too.
Already. He was
having more, but you see the growth.
Yeah.
Even in his lyrics, a lot of people say 444 was born. I love 444. 444.
I listened to it. We went to the concert actually.
Yeah.
We went to
we actually went to that, man. That shit was lit, though. You know, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
I listened to it. I like a lot of tracks.
I haven't heard it really.
There's some tracks I might not like, but I don't remember.
444 was like a older Black album. I love Black album. That's my favorite album from him. But it's like a because even the Black album at that time.
What do you mean by like a Black album? Like
the album, the Black album.
Oh, you mean like the Black album?
Yeah. Like even the Black album when it came out when we was like in middle school.
Yeah.
He was growing down like slowly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I think a lot of rappers say this, and this could go to both of you guys. Mm-hmm. When you listen back to like your old stuff, do you notice progression? Because Jay-Z always says it. Like Jay-Z, I think Young Jeezy said it on his interview with The Breakfast Club. Yeah. Like, as stuff goes on in life, they start to change and they start evolving. And then people are like, oh, well, we liked your old stuff. Do you feel like when you listen to your old stuff, you can notice that you're evolving?
The progress. Yeah, and it's like a beautiful thing, yo. Like, I have a lot of records out. Yo, I didn't drop mixtapes, even AOH, Against All Odds. I have a lot of side projects and shit. Stakes for Our Dreams. And to listen to, like, my first mixtape, like, it's crazy. Like, I had, like, no structure at all. I really didn't know what I was doing, but it was hot because in the moment everybody was asking for it, I dropped a video before that with my nigga Jew. You feel me? It was a Money Talks, and we did it in the hood. But it's just, music is changing, dog, and to listen to this, that is just a beautiful thing, to listen to your old shit and to know, to see how far you came and shit. You know, my fault. Yo, Farrell, what up? Yo, let me call you right back, kid. Let me call you right back because I'm over here still doing the podcast. Shout out to Anonymous. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, but it's just like to look at, younger grades type shit. You know, we go to 12th grades. You thought you was hot on the 3rd grade, you're getting good grades, but then in 11th grade you getting D's and C's, you need to tighten up or whatever. But in the sense that life gets harder, you evolve, it's growth. If you're not growing, my nigga, you still doing the same shit you was doing 10 years ago. Music, arts wise, just life wise, period, kids, whatever. Then it's a problem, dog, probably in your life. You know what I mean? You gotta deal with it.
Yeah. So this is Sports Biz and Music, the podcast. One thing that we didn't really talk about was sports. So, starting with you, you're from New York. Yeah. Are you a New York Teams fan or you a Miami Teams fan? Because I like to ask that.
I'm a Heat fan, but I'm a Yankee fan.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a Yankee fan because, nigga, I'm like an old school Yankee fan. Like, I don't watch the games anymore. I don't really watch sports unless it's like MMA or UFC and shit. Yeah. But that's just like how I was raised. Like, when I was real young, we would see it from my building. We would look over and we would see Bronx Stadium. You feel me? Like there, like crazy wild shit. Yankees, Paul O'Neill, Derek Jeter was when he first became captain.
Mr.
Fucking Soriano, a lot of people, a lot of the Yankees dog was ballers.
My dad is not a Yankees fan.
There's a whole bunch of Mets fans now in New York, and it's crazy. It never was like that back.
He was never a Yankees fan. That's the funny thing about it. Like, I'm the Yankee fan. Yeah. Like, my mom's side of the family, we all Yankee fans, and my dad is the only one who's like, nah, I'm a Mets fan.
Because the Mets is like how the Heat came up, but like in the 90s, because they were balling that thing. I ain't really watching games and shit, but what I heard,
the Mets, like, a while back. Being a Marlins fan, it was a time where the Mets, because that's really our rivalry. We like the Mets is like, and the Braves too. We was like, we tired of y'all. We want y'all to get beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be fights. You know what I'm saying? But the Mets, being from down here from Miami, our sports scene, like, professional-wise, is not as, historic as other cities. College-wise, I feel like it's up there, with UM and stuff. But to watch the Yankees and the Red Sox, to watch the Subway Series, to watch L.A. and the Giants, to watch Chicago and the Cubs, and then basketball wise, you see the Lakers and the Celtics and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like it's a different thing, and like I personally want to go to each state, each country,
and just watch it.
You know, in the islands, soccer is very big over there.
Football, that's what they call it.
Yeah, football, the real football. They be like football.
Yeah. Football,
you know what
you got to say with the accent.
Yeah, so
football.
You know, man.
Football.
You know, man.
Yeah, man. But now you see that sports and music.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been together, but it's really coming to a point where you have these, athletes they want to be rappers or singers and stuff.
Because it's that easy now.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Music has always been with sports and shit like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists that I've been seeing that they've mainly been chilling with ballers. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen that show?
Ballers?
Yeah, HBO. Side note.
I want to see it.
That shit is lit.
I never watched it. I watched
that shit is in Miami too. Nigga.
I
That
watched
shit is
Survivor's
lit.
Remorse before it got canceled. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Yeah,
show.
I have.
It's kind of the same thing, but it's dealing with basketball. Ballers.
Mm-hmm.
She made me watch the first episode because I want to watch. I want to watch it more now because it's interesting.
But it's in Miami though, so
yeah,
that's like a plus.
But before then, I was like, I don't know. It looked too fake, But
yeah.
I don't know. I just gotta. I guess after the first episode, I was like, all right, it's cool, but never went back because all these shows, coming out.
But basically, all in that show is a whole bunch of new music. They're putting out a whole bunch of new artists and shit on records or getting credits for it. Like it's always work hand in hand. Either it's film, either it's sports, either it's music, because it's all. That's what the industry is.
It's like Insecure. Insecure brings out a lot of LA.
I remember when because I watched Insecure. That shit is dope as fuck. When she started,
Power
she was playing. Yeah, Power. Oh, that's my shit. That's my favorite show right now. But when they play Insecure, I was listening to SZA or whatever. SZA, like back in the day. Yo, I'm just lit right now. I'm just lit. My bad. I'm trying to sober up for this performance. We got a little bit at Billy's Pub and shit. You feel me? For my dog's birthday bash. Yo, but when they played her shit, a lot of people was on it. Yo, her music is dope as fuck. Look how many Grammys she's won. She's been with TDE.
Yeah.
She's all over their records, yo. And what's this girl's name? Janae Diego.
Yeah.
Nigga, the same thing. She's all over TDE records, and it's like background credits type shit, and
doing it.
Yeah, and like now putting that shit out she blew out of nowhere. Like maybe it's just you just need that one push. Yo, you stepping into sports.
So would you like because now like speaking with music and sports like now you have of course you got this halftime the Super Bowl and then you have the All-Star weekends and stuff for basketball. Would you want to do that? Like, are you open to do that? Like,
what do you mean to do events and shit?
Like All-Star on weekend, for example. Like, if the NBA wants you to have perform like a
that would be dope. That would be dope. Yeah. To me, performing period is just fun, yo. It's just mad fun to see people's reactions.
Because look at Bruno Mars, prime example. He was already big, but I felt like when he did that Super Bowl from his age, because he was younger at the time. Mm-hmm. Ever since then, like it went up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Randy, he wasn't
even. But you gotta understand that's a national television, dog. Like, there's how many people have eyes on you on that day? Super Bowl, just to get a slot for a commercial.
Even with Missy Elliott when she had a performance a couple years ago. Not a lot of like the younger generation didn't really know, but we grew up on Missy Elliott.
But
a lot of like the ones like 13, 14, like they said that one of her albums or one of her songs was like number one the next day just because of that.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
I always felt like sports and music, could go
hand in hand. It goes hand in hand, basically.
Do you guys watch football?
To be honest, man, I really haven't been watching TV like that.
I don't watch sports, yo.
To be honest, but if like, I'll probably go back and forth. But I'm a sports person. It's just like what my team is going through right now, and kind of like what I don't care about.
What's your team?
Well, I'm a Dolphins fan. I was an underdog fan. I'm an underdog, man. Underdog. I'm a Dolphins fan, bro. Like, I originally, from Miami, but moved to Naples. But because I'm a Floridian, bro. I've always been a Dolphin fan and all that. So, and then with the Heat, like I'm talking about back in the days, Heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When they had Shaq, maybe a little bit before that.
Probably before that.
When they had Hardaway.
Yeah.
See, we real Heat fans.
Yeah.
Someone came in like 06.
Negative.
3 years ago.
I was never really a sports person, but I've been watching the UFC, the MMA shit. A lot of my niggas, they do that shit. They do MMA. So they're always talking about it.
Because, UFC and like MMA, been around for like
For a
since the
minute.
'90s, but it's exceeded boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as a UFC fan, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you watch boxing. Like,
Yeah,
what's
I
the
do.
what's the like the main difference? I know it's a difference like with the.
It's just mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
more technique to it. Like boxing, it's boring. It's
Yeah.
just this. It's just this. It's all technique. You know, people want to see knockouts and shit like that. It's just America is a violent place, nigga. So at the end of the day, it's gonna push. You feel me?
Yeah.
The more violence, the more it is. Look how the cyborg and the home fight was. You guys seen that shit?
I heard about it.
That
I
shit
heard
was-
his
that
home
shit
got
was-
whooped though.
Yeah, kid, that shit was crazy. Cyborg is just a beast, kid. He's just a beast. He's something else. But yeah, dog, it's just a huge difference on technique, nigga. It's not like how it was before Mayweather got in the shit when he could pick fights and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm a big Mayweather fan too,
Mm.
but it's just different. It's not like how it was when we first did it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing like in the '90s, probably like the Heat,
Yeah.
Dolphins type shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was UFC came a long way. Cause
Yeah.
I remember cause he was my best friend. Like when I was in high school, middle school, people was playing the game. I'm like, what the shit is like?
Yeah.
You know me, I'm more of a wrestling fan. You know they say it's
Yeah.
fake, but I'm like
Nah, I was into that shit
I
too,
grew
nigga.
I grew on that. The
Fool.
whole who
I did
hasn't?
too.
Fool,
Yeah.
you crazy? I was obsessed, nigga, with wrestling. I used to have
Yeah, yeah.
toys and shit.
Cause like they say it's fake, like it's scripted, but that shit was real. Like,
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
went along with
documentaries.
it. You know what it was? It was like knowing what's gonna happen, but just playing through it. You feel me? Not really having a plan, but just certain keys you have to do. That's really what it was. It was just a staged fight, but fighting. You know what I mean? It's a show. It's entertainment.
Yeah, man. So y'all say do y'all keep up with the news with sports? Cause
The news.
we got
I do.
the baller family. I don't know
Talking about.
the big baller brand.
Yeah,
LeVar Ball and all of that.
I heard about that.
What you think about that? Like as a
I mean,
father,
as a dad, I mean, it's how the family gonna take it. One, it's how the kids gonna take it too. Because I mean, for you to think about having a dad around, even though he thought about a business move, think about having a dad around and shit. So you know what I'm saying. It's how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying. And on top of that, you strictly being family business and just family.
Yeah.
But when you out there, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you still having friends or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, like when you get to that level, everybody not worrying about, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, because they got different lives, bro. Like they talk about different shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like saying, like, right now we work, we got a job.
Yeah.
So we talking about shit right now, either how to progress or just talking about shit that's even already happened or we working on. You feel me? So it's like, it's different. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah, because I was,
it's a major move though. I think so.
For me, like I respect him because he's there. You know, like he's always there. Like for me, you know,
I don't think he's all the way there. I'll put it this way: he's a good,
yeah. No, I'm saying
good
like
businessman and a good marketer.
No, but I'm saying like he's as far like he's been there. You know, he never really left. As they got older, it's like. To me, I'm like, yeah, he's thinking more of himself. Because for me, like when I have kids, like I'm gonna support them, but I'm not gonna like my mom. How my mom said, as you get older, as you move out and stuff like that, you go to college, whatever. It's time for you to get your own identity.
Yeah, of course.
For me, I'm like, I want my kids to have their own identity. Like I'm an entrepreneur, but I may have a daughter or a son that want to just be a doctor or whatever, do construction, or want to be an entrepreneur, but like I want to sell art. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna support you, but I'm not gonna put that pressure on you at the same time. Because for what he did, you know, one other thing I ain't like was like, you know, he took him out of school.
Yeah.
You know. I'm big on education.
Right.
You know, me and her both big on education. She is a teacher. You know what I'm saying?
What grade do you teach?
I teach 5th grade. I taught first.
5th, 6th grade, I was really bad at shit. 4th grade, I had my first girl.
See, I don't respect him as a dad.
Yeah.
I don't, because I've seen, as a teacher, like, you see shitty ass parents and you see like really good parents. And like, I've had both extremes. I've had shitty ass parents, and like, your child's in first grade and he comes to school looking like shit.
Yeah.
And then I had like really good parents who like, you're on top of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like he doesn't have that in between. Like, bruh, you putting all this pressure on your kids. I just feel like I'm not a parent yet.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do become a parent, I feel like I'm not going to put that much pressure on my kids.
Yeah, nah, because, you don't want the kids to grow. Like, right now, mainly we're all indigo children, basically. I don't know. We're all products of something that happened before of a different era.
Yeah.
So, we were always stressed and shit. Yo, we were talking about it earlier in the barbershop. My nigga had gray hairs at 20. You feel me? It wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
So, it's just this generation, dog. This generation.
So before we close the podcast out,
I have a question.
Wait, say it quick. Yeah, she gotta pick up because I lost my train of thought right there.
No,
What she was
fine.
saying.
I saw you was wearing
smoking
a
that good
shirt, and I'm from New York, so I
yeah.
And we've had this discussion. Who are your top 5 when it comes to rap?
Damn, top 5.
You next too, Xscar. You ain't going nowhere.
Let's see. Nas.
Hello.
Pac. Biggie, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And the last 2, I don't know, dog. I can't think of that top of my head, dog. It's like
J.M.
Yeah, but that's like easy because everybody always says Big, Pac, Nas, you know what I mean, type shit. That's what I always say because I actually listen to them. You feel me? I was a big Ready to Die fan. I was a big Illmatic fan.
Illmatic classic, bro.
You know what I mean? And Tupac, I listened to that nigga every fucking day when I was younger. That was the only thing I listened to. But yeah, I can't put a finger on it, dog. What did I listen to besides that? Like mainly, nah, dog. I can't even. That's just top 3.
So 4 and 5 is here.
Yeah, I do listen to my own shit. Yeah, man. So it's like I listen to my nigga shit. I support my niggas, man. You feel me?
What about you, Xscar? What's your top 5?
B, man, like I grew up on, you know what I'm saying, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yo, Bone Thugs.
I used to jam to that a lot, bro. Like I had took the Master P album one time, bro. Like brought it from a Walgreens as a jet.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I like Nas too. You know, I fucks with Nas.
Yeah.
I fuck around with Rick Ross too. Couple of new shit too. You feel me? A lot of new shit.
Yeah, I listen to like a lot of new
shit.
But
the top 5, like I'll put those, and you know, of course, Jay-Z, like because he had to grow into me. Because at first I wasn't really jamming Jay-Z.
His first, the Reasonable Doubt, I was stuck on that.
First album probably about,
Reasonable Doubt.
But
I would listen to Reasonable Doubt. Like
he grew into me though. So.
I think honestly, those albums, Reasonable Doubt, all that stuff, the Blueprint 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But the Black Album was like, alright, nigga, I mean, you in my top 5.
Yeah.
You know, like I can play that shit any day, any time. I had a clean version when that time comes when she giving birth. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them albums, but like even with albums, like from like, do y'all have a top 5?
On albums,
because with me, it would just be like top 5. Yeah, like of all time. I listen to a lot of weird music now, dog. It kind of all to me. But I was just a big Pac fan. That's all I used to listen to. Yeah. Top 5 would be 5 albums of Pac, basically. Yeah, because I noticed that like even before doing music, like before I DJ or before I did a mixtape or anything, I listened to like an old DJ Drama mixtape.
Yeah.
It keep me like, all right. Not to sound like him, but because one, I don't talk over my takes. I use the effects and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But just to get that hypeness, like to get that vibe and stuff like that. Like, do y'all have that? You know, besides the music, like, do y'all have that like
music to listen to get you in the mood?
Yeah, that gets you in the mood. Because some rappers listen to R&B or rock.
Yo, I listen to. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like I've been. Every month, I just been changing, yo. Like, I would listen to, like, a lot of punk rock last month. A lot of Sum 41. Like, a lot of Green Day, all type of wild shit. But then before that, I was stuck on the jazz for 2 months. I couldn't listen to nothing if it wasn't, like, Miles Davis, dog. If it wasn't, like, and R&B, like, Willie Hutch type shit like that. But then before that, yeah, dog, it's too crazy. This last year's been crazy. But
before you end the podcast.
So, yeah.
What do y'all see yourself 5-10 years from now?
Yeah, I don't
want to take that one? Yeah. Yo, I'm a businessman, kid. I see myself owning 2 more businesses by the time I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 27, turning 28 now. I already got 2 of my businesses running, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I'm gonna just be a happy dude, kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I really can't tell the future, but as long as I'm nigga happy, like truly happy, like not artificially, like damn, I think I'm doing too much, or damn, I think I'm not doing that much. I don't even think like that anymore, dog. I just do music. Feel me? And people just get that vibe. But
so pretty much the next time
yeah,
I have you on my podcast, we'll be somewhere, I don't know, Hawaii somewhere.
Yeah, just fly you
private
out, kid.
home, like
I'll fly you out of Cali, yo, G shit.
Like wife, we are going to Cali. Well, we are leaving.
Shit.
Let's go.
We got an appointment.
Yeah, we got talk like.
Cause like honestly, like before I get to you, Xscar,
No, you good.
You one of them artists that I can say like, bro, like you put your work in.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
You're going to, win a Grammy one day.
Yeah,
facts.
Facts. Listen to this next album, dog. Like a rebel.
And I ain't trying to get too deep, but like when I was going through my year hiatus, I hit up Xscar.
Yeah.
Because even with him, I'm like, this man is hungry.
Yeah.
So I'm like, to push y'all two together.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get greedy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we all family, and I want to see people grow, and I love to see that the fact that y'all got this chemistry and stuff.
Right. It's crazy. It's like that off rip.
Like,
you know,
I want to talk about this.
Yeah, that's a different subject, though.
Yeah, it's a different subject. But 2 minutes before we get into my question.
Yeah. Don't forget that, man.
What's the importance of a DJ and the artist? Like the chemistry.
I think it's real important because I like to, like Xscar, he's a DJ, but he's he's a producer also.
Yeah.
He's slightly an engineer. He's an artist. You feel me? He's a rapper. Yeah. You know what I mean? But just to have chemistry like that, between your group, I think is the best thing that, it was just a good thing that happened. I appreciate it because when we met, it was just like off rip. It wasn't something that we had to fake, nothing like that. Because he was coming over. Yeah, like how we met was, when I hit you up or whatever, it was working. What we was doing is I was rehearsing for these shows and
not to stop you on that too.
Yeah,
and that's another way of you connecting to it where. You actually saying, "Yo, I got this homie Hayes."
Yeah,
from there, we made it happen.
How long has it been, yo? G-shit.
So
we all,
it just tells you that, like, with time and everything, like, you're gonna be in the right place at the right time, or just, you know what I'm saying. Eventually, like, when you meet, you know what I'm saying, with different people, and you willing to be on the same page.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. You just feel like, yo,
because I'm like, Hayes, upcoming artist, Xscar, he was like, man, like, he used to hit me up. Me and him would talk and stuff about it. He asked me different questions and stuff about the DJing and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, like, I was at a point I was like, I want to take a step back.
True.
I ain't want to, like, leave you like that. And I ain't want to leave you like that
as far as, like, the
communication.
Look,
so I was like, let's try.
Life happens.
And it happens. For real.
You always going to be good.
You do that shit all the time. Sometimes you got to get yourself
right. Man. So you ain't got to worry.
Sometimes you got to get yourself right, dog. Get your mind clear-headed. Really see what you really want in life, dog. Because some people... Some people is we chasing dreams right now, dog. Mm-hmm. Like, if the music shit, I already know the music shit gonna pop because it's already at that live. Yeah. But if second closing, you feel me? Yeah. Or we're gonna be doing the modeling or all type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just I regardless, I appreciate that. Everything happens for a reason. It's time.
Yeah.
It's real.
So
you see yourself in
5 to 10 years.
Yeah. So 5 to 10 years, I see myself owning the business and having some investment in I don't know if I might get to the stock shit. You know what I'm saying? But just invest in shit to actually be, you know what I'm saying, sleeping and still making money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Of course. But, like always, man, I'm always have to have some kind of... I'm going to see myself basically successful in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
to cut it that short.
Yo, we're indigo children, dog. Now our children are indigo children. It's just that... It's just these generations are growing so fast. Intellectually, like... Everything is picking up, nigga. Technology, kid. See how there's now FaceTime, and the Jetsons. What wasn't it like 2-3 years ago from Back to the Future? The time that he went to was the time that we was in. Remember there was like a Back to the Future day. Like,
he predicted that was gonna be a team in Miami, and still the Cubs was gonna win.
That shit is crazy, dog. It's
like,
just
it's real, man. But Y'all have any like last shout outs and stuff before we end the podcast?
Yeah. Shout out my nigga Xscar. Shout out Anonymous, man.
Shout out TDT, the whole fam,
gang, man. Trill Tunes, man. We got a lot of shit dropping right now. You know Xscar working on his project right now. We probably gonna be dropping that shit before the summer. Fuck up the game with that shit. We got Running Rebel dropping. Shout out to Renegade TDT, man. He working on his shit right now. 93 to Infinity dropping. He working with Sly. Shout out to my nigga Sly. Pharaoh, got my nigga Pharaoh 6 jumping on a couple. Yo, I'm telling you, we got hitters, man. Shout out Jenny Sweets, man. Shout out Sunshine Reels. Shout out Kuba, man. Jeezy, Day, all the boys, man. You know, we just vibing, kid. We just vibing.
Hey, and most of all, dog, shout out Anonymous. I think you already.
Yeah. You know, gotta get that in. Gotta get that in.
Yeah, man. But
when does your project drop?
Yo, I was supposed to drop it, like, surprise drop it, like, this week. I pushed it back, like, 2 or 3 weeks just because the mixing process, dog.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on another project with my nigga Chris Dean. It's going to be called, unofficially, it's like Flows, Flaws, and Ambition. Mm-hmm. We got 2 records right now, Latin trap record.
You going to have a listening party for
Running Rebel? Yeah, I was going to let you know. I'm going to have it like in 2-3 weeks, dog. I just really got to get back in the studio and mix on these last shit because it's 18 records. It's something that you got to trust the process type shit, but it's at least 3/4, a little bit more than that done.
I know you took you that long. Yeah, I noticed in your last project you only had that much songs.
Yeah, exactly. But I was supposed to be dropping on the 27th. Not to drop that date, but yeah, surprise dropping it just, you know, but I'm gonna push it back probably like just to get everything right, get the marketing right, you know, try to, cause I got a documentary coming out also. It's called Rebel Without a Cause. It's like backwards, like fuck conscious rap, but conscious rap song type shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's just of everything this past 2 years of me and X. You see the evolution, dog. Cause
everything's just you see
it, but bruh.
Man, it's gonna be a movie, man.
Movie, man.
Hey, man, this has been your boy DJ Anonymous, Sports Biz and Music, man, with Hayes, Xscar, and my lovely fiance, future wife, to be Sadery. And we out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're.